Let me see a couple things here.
This is the newer unit that was 2017, 18 with the abdominal toning and the icons, and then this is the original unit that had the thumbs and the P1 indicator. The original unit is much stronger. The whole idea was to make the newer unit stronger, and the exact opposite happened for some reason. It's the 4th of October 2018. I'm testing the two devices finally with Jim Keller just to verify the differences in these units and why there's been so many returns, and the power has been, whatever the differences are, that's what we're trying to determine right now. So with the pulse width is what you're measuring now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so we have the electrodes here, and the scope is measuring different outputs, frequency, pulse width. What else are we testing?
I'm gonna measure amplitude also.
Amplitude.
Because there's a big difference in amplitude.
Yeah. Which is affecting the output of the power and the feeling. I'm not sure why it was changed, but it was.
96 volts.
So again, now we're back to the newer unit, which is having all the problems with power and return. So
Let me try this one now.
mm-hmm.
Turn this one off. You didn't change anything here, did you?
No.
Okay.
Anything. I plugged in. I was getting ready
okay.
to do a test with the ab belt to show you.
I'll get you that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see that. All right. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You saw the other one, right?
Yeah.
We got more amplitude here. That's one thing.
So this is the old machine. Right now we're testing the original machine. It's on output level matter or not really? Does this matter?
No, I wanted it at 0 actually.
Okay, so you're at 0.
Yeah, the lowest level.
And we're on, we're defaulting, I guess, to P1. Yep. And now we're back to the scope. So we're looking at what measurement?
I'm looking at amplitude.
Amplitude, okay.
There's that. And here. This one peaks out about 240. No, that's 200 volts. That's about
So-
close though.
That's 240 US or 250?
No, that's right. No, it's 200 volts peak.
Oh, 200 volts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to go back and measure that other one too.
All right. So now do you want to go back and measure the other one real quick and see?
The
Is that what you're
pulse
saying?
width, yeah, pulse width is very different though.
So that's pulse width or that we're looking at now? Or what,
Yeah.
what measurement
Well, that's amplitude going this way, but
is it? Okay.
see how they do that?
I mean, that's the actual
That's
output
the actual
signal?
output signal going through the electrode to your body.
Okay.
You see how they do that?
Mm-hmm. So it peaks up and then it drops way down.
It drives out exactly, and the maximum pulse width is the 232 microseconds.
Okay.
Now,
So-
if I go to the other unit,
yeah, let's do the physical comparison real quick on this video. New unit, new icon.
first off,
Okay, so
you
let's
see
go.
the amplitude
You see the amplitude is much slower or shorter.
shorter. So it's not much amplitude.
Not much.
Make sure I've got
Amplitude.
voltage here. Yeah. So I'm actually measuring 154 volts. 154 volts. And you watch how they do this, the pulse width on that one.
Mhm. So what am I seeing? I'm just
I see
seeing what.
They're just hammering out that pulse. I don't see much of a pulse width change. They've got a little step,
Mhm,
which goes to like 50 or 96 microseconds.
mhm,
The other one goes out to 232 microseconds.
mhm,
And to generate these, we're on the we're on the electrode side. So
mhm.
to generate that, I'm assuming they've got multiple pulses going on the primary side,
Mhm.
and they're just going for it longer.
So, in layman's terms,
They're not transferring as much energy from this one
mhm.
as they are this one.
So the older one transferred more
More
energy,
to the electrode.
and that's supported by this what you're seeing right now
Yeah.
visually, which is
Less pulse width, lower amplitude.
what's the difference on the stats physically on this?
The amplitude of the original was 200 volts.
200 volts here,
Versus
amplitude
154 on the
versus 154 wait a minute. The 200 volts is on the new machine or the old machine?
No, the old machine.
Okay. So the old machine measured 200 volts. The new machine is measuring
154.
154 volts. What else?
The frequency, the old machine,
The original machine,
60 hertz,
60 hertz. The new machine,
53.
53 hertz. Okay.
The
What's next?
pulse width of the original machine,
Pulse width on this original
the
machine
maximum pulse width is 232 microseconds.
is 232 microseconds. The current pulse width of the new machine
Is 96.
is 96.
Considerably less.
Considerably less, which is going to equate to less power.
Yeah.
Is there any other measurement we've taken?
That's
Those
it.
three.
They're both at level 0, and they're both doing an ab.
So that we knew that if we scoped it, there would be a technical reason for
Yeah.
the huge power difference. And for our customers, when we use the old machine with an ab belt, for example, or an electrode, we really can't go above 4 or 5. It's so strong, it's so nice and powerful. And when you go to the new machine, you can max out at a 10, and people would just complain, and they can't feel anything really. That's that big of a difference, and it's caused a lot of returns and disappointed customers. So instead of making this unit stronger from this original one, it was made weaker, and quite a bit weaker, and it's been validated by the technical, oscilloscope, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I think that pulse width is
Oh, you adjusted it.
that pulse width is critical in power output, is it not? Pulse width
Yeah, pulse width and amplitude are critical. Yeah.
for power, and again, it's
I mean, you're sending the electrical energy you're sending through the electrodes is what goes through the muscle,
yeah.
and so that's what's causing the effect, right? So.
I mean, this is the first time we've really broken it down, had a chance to examine it, but I mean, it's factual. You can see it on the scope, and we just thought it's been such a disaster and such a big thing that we needed to make this video and show it to you so that you could explain it to the factory and see the physical differences as to what happened here. That it is something significant. And all right, thanks.